I mean, the first thing we've got to talk about is the name HunterGirl.
Yes.
I mean, there's a real story here, right?
Yeah, my last name is Walkanowski, 11 letters. Kindergarten was very hard for me. But the lady at the front office, Miss Carolyn, I was the only girl named Hunter in my class. There were a few guys, and she was like, HunterGirl, can you come to the office? And I was like, I guess that's going to be my name.
So you were named Hunter.
Yes.
But there were some guys named Hunter.
Yes, sir.
It just got easier to call you HunterGirl. And it's stuff.
Yes.
But you know, what a gift from God in a way, because, I mean, that's so unique. And anyone hears HunterGirl, they know you're talking about you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I love Miss Carolyn. Shout out.
You know, one of the things that I love about your story is that your overnight success took several years. You know, and I think sometimes people assume that, oh, she had a big break. You know, she started writing songs at 9. Then all of a sudden she was discovered and she went straight to the stage and opened for Luke Bryan. Wasn't quite that quick.
Yeah.
Girl, you worked 8 hours a night, 7 nights a week at places like Tootsie's and other places, just singing your heart out, going through the process. Did you ever want to give up?
Oh my gosh, you know, it was really, really hard. And this has been my dream since I was a kid. This is what I've always wanted to do. And I don't come from a musical family or anything. And I think I drove my family crazy just singing around the house, anything like, I just want some orange juice. But yeah, working down on Broadway 8, 12 hours days and just hoping something would work out and, you know, praying. And I was like, please give me a sign. This is what I'm supposed to do. And, you know, I'm so blessed that I got to open for Luke Bryan this summer, one of my dreams, and getting to achieve all these things. But
what a nice guy, isn't he?
Oh my gosh,
he is the nicest guy. He really is. If people don't know that about him, they may think he's just a, you know, great, but he's one of the nicest, most down-to-earth people.
He really is.
So you finally get your break. What was the first really big break that kind of opened up the doors for you?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I think every little step along the way, you know, learning how to play guitar and, you know, in a small town, and then moving to Nashville, big dream at 18, and getting to play all these shows and getting to play live music. You know, Nashville is where I always wanted to be, and getting to be here. And, you know, I started writing songs with veterans whenever I was 17 and still do now. And getting to see how music helps people, I think, is the biggest thing that I've enjoyed about all this and this journey, for sure.
I've read that Dolly Parton's song, Coat of Many Colors, was a big influence on you. How did that just really speak to you?
Oh my gosh, I've been the biggest fan of Dolly Parton. I live 5 minutes from my grandparents, and every time I walk in their house, it's Dolly. And just who she is and how she gives back to her community. And, you know, I love her songs and I love her artistry, but gosh, I really love her as a person. And as a little girl, I was like, I want to be like her when I grow up.
When all those years of playing in the clubs and just honing your skill, you know, I'm thinking that like the Beatles when they were in Hamburg and they were playing 10 hours a night, they didn't realize that's where they really learned to get their act together. Looking back, was that what was happening to you?
Definitely, you know, playing music and learning how to do harmonies, like all these nights where, you know, I was playing to bar stools, trying to make people listen, and I always wanted to sing my own songs, and somebody coming up at the end of the night be like, hey, like, can I hear something that you wrote? And it would just make my entire day. I remember paying $20 to park and getting paid $40 to play, and if I got a Diet Coke, I wasn't making any money. But, you know, it's
had to buy your own Diet Coke when you played.
Hey, I needed a snacky too, you know. Girls got to eat.
That's, you know, I think that's the side of this business that people don't understand. But HunterGirl, let's be honest. I mean, there are thousands of people who come to Nashville who have the same dream you do, and 1 out of 1,000, maybe, will see what you've seen, and that's to go on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry and get a standing ovation. That must have been one of the highest moments of your life.
Thank you, guys. Thank y'all. Being on the Grand Ole Opry stage, you know, I remember watching when I was growing up, listening to WSM radio, and my grandpa was there and all my family, and he's like, I waited 25 years for this. And stepping in that circle and how much it meant to me, and, you know, all the shows that nobody was at, all the times my mom and daddy were helping me bring my sound equipment across the parking lot and play a show, all those moments led to that, and I'm just really grateful they let me on that stage.
There's a song you're going to do with us tonight called Ain't About You.
Yes.
What's the background of that song?
So it was supposed to be you know, I was worried about if I should be in Nashville, if this was my path, and it was honestly just a prayer. And I told you I worked with veterans, and I started a female veteran class in 2020 online called Trailblazers, and we'd write songs every night, and we'd had that class, and I was coming in, you know, just worried about the future. And one of the ladies was like, I think I want to tell my story tonight. And so we sat there, and we're all in tears by the end, and the song's done. And she goes, Hunter, I appreciate you, and I don't know what I'd do without you. And, of course, I just start bawling and sit there on the floor, and all the worries. I'm like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Is this my dream? Like, am I going to make rent next week? Kind of faded away, and what music's supposed to do is help other people, and it's not about me, it's about everybody else. And that was my 45-minute conversation with Jesus, and it was a song that kept me in Nashville.
It's a beautiful song, and you're going to do it with us here tonight. Ain't
Yes,
About You. God has given you a special gift to write songs and also to perform them. I'm not sure where the top is, but here's what I'm convinced of, Hunter. Wherever the top is, that's where you're going to be. You're on your way.
Thank you so much.
We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Well, I want to thank HunterGirl for talking with us, but, I think we've had enough talk. It's time for some music. So, Keith Gilbert, tell our viewers what's coming up next.
Well, don't go away. We'll be right back with HunterGirl as she performs her song, Ain't About You. You're watching Huckabee.